Hello, everybody. This is Julie D from NerdOnYaHills.News, and welcome to Jabbering with Julie. Hello. Well, usually, this is the part of the show where I say, hang on, we got a lot to talk about. So go get the popcorn and pull up the ottoman. But no, not today. No. It's going to be a quickie today. Whew, we needed a break. Yeah, for sure. So, but let me get right to it. Anyway. So you definitely need to watch the show to the end to find out the winner last week in our contest. And for those of you that don't know about our contest, it is a contest that we've been running just about every week. And the contest this month has been to win a boo bag, which I don't have here for some reason. It's like a Halloween bag full of candy. The candy was donated by NerdOnYaHills.News, the bag by So Artsy, plus a Canes card and a Duncan card from Jackson Comfort, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Whew. And then we might do, well, I'll tell you about later in the show. I'll tell you a little bit about maybe a special contest that we'll have in November. Bigger contest. When you say big, you got to move your hands up like that, you know. I don't know. So stay to the end to find out what you have to do to win this week's boo bag. There you go. All right, well, I want to start with the show with what's behind me. So we got a message from the VFW. They just recently had an event. And my computer is going slow. So the VFW couldn't be more proud of their post and the community. They had almost 200 kids for a trunk or treat. It was yesterday. And they collected 12 huge boxes of non-perishable food to donate to the Emergency Assistance Center. A special shout out to the Macedonia Fire Department for spending the afternoon with us and treating the kids to touch a truck. Our community rocks. And again, that message is from the VFW. So isn't that fabulous? I just love all of the stuff that's happening around town. I'm telling you, October has been the biggest month for, stuff in the community. There's just like almost every day, definitely every weekend, there's stuff to do. It's just wonderful. And everybody's trying to get their, get their events in before the end of the year and before, the weather gets bad. And, while I have you and we're talking about events, I must say that one of the favorite events that I'm looking forward to is the Nordonia Hills Community Chamber of Commerce Oh man, I totally messed it up. The Nordonia Hills Chamber of Commerce Business and Community Expo. I need to add like an echo sound after that there. As of today, and when I'm recording this, it is the 24th of October. We have 21 days till the Expo. The Expo, in case you don't know, is November 13th of this year. Normally it's in March of every year. And it's one of the most look forward to events in the spring, generally speaking, because everybody's finally out, the weather is starting to get better. And we usually have entertainment provided. A lot of the entertainment anyway is provided by the school bands. And we're not having it in November, and we're not having the bands, and we're so, not in our groove. But it's going to be fun because it'll be different. So we're going to have different entertainment, totally different time of year. And if you ask me, going forward, are we going to have it in the spring or the fall? I can't say for sure, but I do know in regards to the bands, that I don't think the bands will be able to provide us entertainment if we have it in the fall going forward. So I don't have to tell you, you probably can guess that we got all messed up on the dates because of COVID. So I don't know when we're going to be having the next one, but let's enjoy this next one. Yes, November. Hopefully we'll have great weather. And even without the bands performing, it's always like a reunion every year. And you know, things have not been normal lately. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm going to have a nice display. I should say Spider Cat Marketing. Going to be showing off some of our social media classes that we're going to be offering, and offering discounts for businesses and that want to advertise with NordoniaHills.news. And well, you can say, well, what about, you know, Jabbering Julie fans? Well, Jabbering with Julie fans will have an extra entry, maybe 2 extra entries, because we're going to have a big giveaway at the expo at the Spider Cat Marketing / NordoniaHills.news booth. So be looking for that. I'll have to figure out. I kind of feel like my Jabbering with Julie fans deserve a lot of extra chances to win this big prize. Yes, I do. So we'll be talking more about that at the next show, because next show it'll officially be November. So be looking forward to that. You have to watch next show, and it'll be the kind of thing where you kind of have to watch the show to get your extra points for the big giveaway. So it's going to be good. It's going to be big. Let's see. Let's see what other events are coming up. Because they're, you know, next weekend is Halloween. So there are some things going on in town. And let's see what we got. NordoniaHills.news calendar. Let's see. I know there's some great stuff going on. All right. So on the 27th, that's this Wednesday, they got rained out last week and the tornado warnings, but the Nordonia High School Buds Halloween trick or treat walk is like I said, this Wednesday, 6 to 7. They planned on having it last week, but you know, tornado warnings are nothing to ignore. That night, there's also a Norfolk Village Council meeting on the 28th, 29th, and 30th. Cleanland Car Wash, Macedonia Manor Haunted Car Wash. So how about that? In fact, I will be interviewing Pete, the owner of Cleanland, tomorrow. So you'll be able to hear more before the event, what's in store for you going through the haunted car wash. So we're looking forward to that. There is a Macedonia Council meeting Thursday night. So that's some of the stuff that's going on. There's probably more. Follow our Facebook page, NordoniaHills.news, or Twitter or Instagram for more upcoming events. In the interest of time, I'll just do it that way. All right. Now, the next thing is, just to let you know a couple upcoming articles that we're working on. I think going up today is an article about the Summit Animal Hospital. You may have noticed they're constructing a new building. I did talk about it last week on the show. So they're going to stay open. Their old building is going to stay open, but the new one will be opening. Well, they're building it right now. So if you wonder what the construction is there, that is what that is. Why am I talking weird? That is why that is about. Sometimes I just get too silly. I'm too silly for my own good. Jenny's Gems has some more cats that need our assistance. I can pull them up here. Where'd they go? All right. So we have Jenny is looking for a foster for a mama and her 3 kittens. And they're adorable. We will have information on how you can get in touch with Lauren from Jenny's Gems, and maybe you can help them. Maybe if not these kitties, some other kitties. All right. So we did a special video last week at Bin Treasures. And I'll put a link in the description. They started out a couple years ago. They took over this small spot here, which years ago I think was Nature Stone. It was a very small spot. And then they ended up taking over this whole area that you see here. And on the video, Pavlos talks about how he started out and how he made it through COVID. without being closed very long at all. And he talks about his return policy and how things work. Maybe you don't know how the whole bin thing works, but there's a lot in the video, a lot of frequently asked questions, and you can see some of the stuff. Maybe you haven't been in there. Maybe you drive by all the time and say, what is in there? I haven't had a chance to go in. So you'd be surprised. And he talks about his struggles and how tough it is to run a business. People think these business owners are just sitting around, counting their gold, but Pavlos works very hard, and people don't really know all that he goes through. I went there this Saturday morning, and I thought this one item was kind of funny. Made me chuckle. If I can find it. Here we go. It was a book cover. It says, "Counting down the days." Just kidding. I love school. But they have a lot of interesting things there, things you wouldn't even think that you need. I love it there. It's always a surprise. Oh, and then they have some moss rings, a lot of decorating things, toys, games, puzzles. You really need to start thinking about the holidays, and maybe we'll offer in November like a holiday gift guide, so you can shop local, because we definitely should shop local and shop now. You need to get something like actually in your hand, because ordering it online, you may get it, you may not. So we are definitely going to be encouraging you for the month of November to shop local as much as you can. We would really appreciate that. All right, well, we mentioned the Emergency Assistance Center a little bit earlier. This past Friday at the football game, they had a stuffed bus. Actually, it's something that they were doing all week. So this coming week, we'll find out how they did. And actually, the football game went well. The Knights played Benedictine Bengals, and they won. It was a tough game, but they won by 3. And I believe that was the score. There's been so many scores lately. Now, it was a tough team that they played, and there was a lot going on in the field. But it was also senior night, so I do have videos I can put down in the links too. It was senior night, not just for football, but band. Here's some of the seniors in band. The cheerleaders had senior night, cross country, and I do believe golf. Can't remember a lot of the sports are represented on senior night on Friday night. So I do have both the videos, because they did some of the sports before the game, and then some at halftime. So they split it up a little, and I have both of those videos. And speaking of the cheerleaders, they were there, of course. What a great bunch of girls. When it comes to football games, it's kind of like a 3-ring circus. There's a whole lot going on, especially in the very beginning, when the players run out in the field and the band is playing, and the cheerleaders and the skin squad and the crowd. I tell you, it's very exciting, and I just had a blast. Now, it was the last home game. Now we may be playing again at home, depending on the playoff schedule, because Friday was the last game in regular season. Let's see. Oh yeah, and a fan sent us a picture. I have to mention Lance. Lance is at as many of the games as he can be. Lynette sent us this picture, and the crowd gets into it too. The crowd really helps cheer everybody on. And a lot of the people in the stands are the band moms and dads too. So sometimes after the band performs at halftime, the crowd.
Get that. Could you try again?
No. Crazy watch.
Okay.
Anytime. Have a little conversation with my watch. As I was saying before I got really interrupted by my watch, it's nice to see how everybody all comes together. The kids, and everybody's cheering each other on. And I know that it's about football, but it's also a lot more. And it's just, there's just something magical about it. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm talking about. I don't have to explain it. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So it has come to my understanding that some of the people are fast forwarding through my show to find out who, fast forwarding the other way, to find out who the winner is from the contest. So I'm going to tell you right now, the winner is Brenda Alberts. I'm not going to wait till the end. So let's see what happens. And I know some of you are trying to cheat. So there you go. Na, 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 na. I want to give a congrats out to the Nordonia boys cross country team. They're advancing on to regionals. In fact, there's so much sports still going on. And it's been a great year for a lot of the teams. So we're going to be working on an article summing up all of the season. And even though there's still some things going on. And then shortly, we're going to be writing about what's going to happen, kind of like little predictions for the fall sports, winter sports that are going to be coming up. If I had a brain, I have dangerous. That would be really a very dangerous thing. All right. So that's another article that we're working on. We're hoping to cover winter sports a little better than we did spring sports. Fall sports, I really shouldn't even talk right now. It's really been a struggle this fall with lots of things going on, but hopefully we'll do a better job in the winter sports. There we go. All right, now social media classes. I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about that. Going to be having some upcoming classes, mostly for business, but I may have a few if there's a need for just non-business people needing help with social media. For business, I'm so excited to talk about podcasting, and even like if a regular Joe wants to have a podcast. So I guess the podcast class wouldn't just be for business owners, anybody that wants to start a podcast. So there'll be something about podcasting. That's definitely going to be a class on its own. I'm also going to have a class to show people how to do this. If you want to have your own show, that doesn't have to be for businesses either. Maybe Sally Joe wants to do a show about quilting or, any kind of hobby, or, Mary wants to do a show about music. I can show people how to do that. I also definitely want to do classes about content. And, this would be more for businesses. What types of content to put out? What platform should you use? Should you be on TikTok as a business? There's so many things I want to cover. And, I do have a little graphic. I am going to be talking about this at the Expo. So I wanted to come up with something. And, fans of the show are getting a sneak peek of this. I think I put it out on social media as well. But what I'm doing is I'm going to create a Parcheesi board. Well, it kind of looks like a Parcheesi board, but it's just going to be actually a real game board that I'm going to have at the Expo. That'll be promoting the different classes for social media that you can take. And, down here we have you can't really see it, but it would be the why. Why do I need to be on social media? Why am I doing this? Why am I on Twitter? Why is like the first question, and then what should I put out? What should I do? What are my goals? There's so many questions. And of course, where should I put my content? What's the best place? What's the best time? And then how would be the tools. There's lots of tools that you can use, like Buffer and Hootsuite and TweetDeck. And they always had cute little names, I guess if it was a boring name, we wouldn't remember. But especially for social media for business, is the center of it is all who are we doing it for? The customer. Yeah, maybe our moms want to see what we tweet about. My mom, rest in peace, Nellie. All right, so I think I've done enough blabbering and jabbering. Just going through the rundown of my show, which if you're going to make a show, definitely need to do a rundown, and I know how to do it. I don't always follow my own advice, but hey, if you can't teach, no, if you can't teach something like that. Definitely need to quit. All right, so in the comments on this show today, I would like you to put in there the name of one person that impacted your life for the better. Maybe it was a teacher, maybe it was a parent, maybe it was a friend. But let's give a shout out to someone, maybe they've passed on. Maybe it's someone, from your first grade teacher, or a coach that you had when you were younger. Could be a boss that you have, could be your current boss. Who has one person that's impacted your life? Put that in the comments. Always try to do positive stuff, always for the good. Anyways, that's enough for today, for sure. So hopefully you have a great week. In regards to the contest, put in the comments, and we won't pick anybody until next week, next Sunday. So you have plenty of time to get to that. You might be watching this show next Saturday. Everybody has their own schedule, that's for sure. Oh, and by the way, send me a private message if you would like to experiment with me or test out Facebook's new live audio, their rooms. So anyways, have a great week, everybody. Bye.